Okay, testing, because I don't know if this lighting is good, and I don't think it is. How should I do my hair? That's good. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I never know how to do intros, so this is like so weird. I said hey guys like 10 times already and I don't like any of them. Anyways, so for this video, obviously by the title, I'm gonna talk about why I joined the Army over the other branches, mainly over the Air Force, because that's what I was going to join at first. Okay, backstory. When I graduated high school, I was like, I don't want to go to college right away. I want to take a break from school, but I also don't want to like just sit around the house, and I don't want to have like I don't want to be like a waitress. Okay, nothing wrong with being a waitress, but I didn't want to, how do I put it? So I wanted to be in the medical field. I knew I wanted to do something in regards to healthcare, and I knew like most healthcare positions and medical jobs, you need like experience, or you need some type of training or some type of school, and I didn't have anything. I didn't have none of that. I am straight out of high school, so I was like, you know what, like my dad retired in the Army, so he was kind of pushing, you know, hey, the Army is an option you should look into. And literally I would say like 3 months before graduating, or 3 months before I even talked to a recruiter, the military was not an option for me. So this was just like an on-the-spot thing, like I don't know. I know it's crazy. Anyways, so I was like, you know what, like the military, it will pay for my school, and like it'll pay for the training, whatever job I choose, like they'll send me to some type of school, and then I'll be active duty in whatever branch I choose, and I'll be doing something in the medical field. So that's what really got me to want to join the military. And I had a friend who was I believe she was like 2 grades above me, and she was currently in the Air Force, and she was telling me about it, and she was telling me like how it's a better choice for me, how it's a better way of life, how they're like, I don't know. This is all like me going off of what my friend was saying. And like she was also like telling me how like, oh, like we're gonna have our hair this way, we can wear earrings, we can, you know, we can be a girl. And that was I don't know why it was a factor for me, but at the time it was, I don't know, and it appealed to me because I like having my hair done, my nails done. I didn't want that taken away from me. Obviously, like I didn't have much information on the military, much knowledge and information on the military itself, other than what my dad, you know, like me and my brothers growing up, my dad was always deployed, and he was doing staff duty, CQ, and like he was never really around, especially for like the big moments for us, like, you know, my volleyball tournaments, my prom, all that. So it was like, that's, I want to say that's kind of why the military was not an option for me, because growing up, that's what I saw. Anyways, I'm going off topic. So I decided to tell my dad. I was like, hey dad, like I want to talk to an Air Force recruiter, and he did not like that. He wanted me to join the Army. He was like, no, like you need to join the Army, it's a way bigger branch, like there's more options, there's more MOSs, there's more duty stations, there's more opportunities. And he was just trying to talk me into it, but it was like my mind was set on the Air Force, and I wanted to go into the Air Force. And when my mind is set on something, like, yeah, no one can change that. So we ended up going to an Air Force recruiter, and I don't know, it was just a weird, I don't know, it wasn't the best experience, because off the bat you can tell, like, I don't know, it just didn't seem like they genuinely cared. To me, my experience, it was like they didn't genuinely care what you wanted. They just wanted to get you to, you know, sign a contract and join the Air Force. Because when I first came in there and when I first talked to an Air Force recruiter, it was I want to say it was the recruiter my friend had. And she was telling me like, oh, like she's good, blah blah blah. I was talking to the recruiter and I was telling her, hey, like I want to join the military and I want a medical job, like I want to be in the medical field, and I wasn't taking no for an answer. And she straight up, long story short, the Air Force did not have a medical job available for me. She was trying to get me to sign for a contract for, I want to say it was MP security forces, and absolutely not. No. If I knew if I signed that contract, I was going to be, I was going to be in the Air Force, but I wasn't going to do what I wanted. I would say like my daily job, I was gonna be unhappy, because at the end of the day, like the security forces, MP, all that like stuff, like it's not, I have no interest in it. I was only interested in the medical field, and that was the big thing. Also, like with the Air Force, and I don't know about the other branches, but I know the Air Force, you come in with like an open contract. So like even then, that was a red flag for me. An open contract? No. Towards the end of basic training in the Air Force, you get selected for a job. It's something like that. I don't really know how it works, but all I knew was whatever you wanted wasn't even set. I think you could pick 3 choices, and then out of those 3 choices you get 1, and it's like no, not happening. So after that, after I was really disappointed, and I was like, you know what, let me give this Army recruiter a try. And y'all know my dad was so happy. He was more excited than I was, because I really did not, like I really wanted to join the Air Force. The Army recruiter was actually right next door to the Air Force one. We went straight to the Army recruiter, and it was like as soon as I went in, they were so welcoming. They were like, how can we help you, blah blah blah. And my dad, he was like, oh, we just talked to the Air Force recruiter, and they didn't give her what she wanted. She wants a medical job, and that's that. So my dad was like, he was straight up. And one tip, if you're going to a recruiter, make sure you bring someone that knows, that has some military background and knows what a recruiter may be talking about. Because a recruiter, I don't know, at the end of the day, a recruiter needs numbers, and they need people to sign a contract, you know, they need people to join. So at the end of the day, yeah, they're gonna try to help you, but they want you to sign that contract. So just make sure you bring someone, you know, so you're not like entirely clueless. Not saying you don't know anything, but it's better to have someone with that background. Yeah. Anyways, so right there and then he pulled up the available jobs for the medical field, the 68 series, which is the medical series for the Army. When he got my ASVAB score, I actually had a lot of options for me. The higher your ASVAB score, the more options you get. But I didn't have the option for a 68 Charlie, which is what I wanted, which is a nurse specialist, something like that. And I was like, you know what, like I want to wait for this job. Long story short, I didn't wait for the job because I wanted to ship out quickly, and a week later I ended up getting slotted for 68 Whiskey, which is a healthcare specialist combat medic. And one thing I like about the Army, I was able to reserve that spot right there and then. I reserved it before I even went to MEPS, before I even went to the initial physical, and through everything. Before I signed my contract, that MOS slot was reserved for me, and I really like that. I like to know that this is what I'm going to do. So the Army is the only branch that allows you to select a job, and you like, that is your job. And I swear I sound like a recruiter trying to recruit you, but I'm not. Like this is the truth, and this is like from what I know. Unlike the Air Force, where you're gonna go to basic training not having a job yet, and then getting chosen a job, you know, after the fact. I really didn't like that. I just refused to be stuck with a job I didn't want. I refused to be stuck in a field I had no interest in, and I know I didn't want to make a career out of a job. I wanted to make a career out of the medical field. Yeah. So anyways, that was like my recruiting experience, kind of. There is more to that than it was more to it than that, obviously, but I didn't talk to any other recruiter except for the Air Force. So I don't really know about Navy, and definitely don't know anything about Marines. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or not. Leave suggestions, comments, any positivity, anything down in the comments. Let me know what else you want to see. Let me know what I should do my next video on, what I should talk about. Yeah, thank you.